Hey, speaking of showbiz, here we are. This is Hammered. What's going on, Laura?
Oh, not much. How are you?
I'm just back from California.
Welcome back.
Glad to be back on the East Coast.
Oh, God, yeah.
When you go to California, and I went to Ventura, and I did not leave that area except for like driving from Burbank to Ventura, and then on the way back to the airport, I went through like the back roads, and it sent me to past orange fields, like orange trees, and I guess it was like grapes. No, it couldn't have been grapes, but it was like vine fields, and they had the vines covered up with like greenhouses. It looked like it was like rows and rows of vines. With
it could have been grapes.
Where do you think California wine comes from?
Wine country.
Okay,
it's all over out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I work for Arrowhead Import, so we do get like tons of California wines, and they're spread out. People think it's all just in one place. It's not. It's spread all over the state.
Yeah.
So
you've got a lot of different climates in that one state that like heavily impact the taste and the aroma of each wine. I'm not a California wine person. I have yet to have one that really like blows my hair back.
Are you red or white?
So I'm one of those where I flip-flop.
Okay.
Based on the season. So I'm Pinot Noir in the winter, and usually like a really dry rosé in the summer or a Pinot Grigio.
Okay, yep. I'm saying because there is a great wine from the Wagner family out there, and we don't carry it, so I shouldn't say their name, but Camus. It's really good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's excellent, and they've got a baby roller called Schooner. So they actually grow the grapes in South America, freeze dry them, take them up there, and process them. Same type of climate, same type of soil. They process it, and it's half the price of Camus. So it's unreal. But they can't give it a vintage because it's been freeze-dried.
Right.
So they have it by voyages. So they have voyage 1, 2, 3, 4. So, the further back, the older from first voyage was 7 or 8 years ago. You didn't kind of know going forward which voyage it came from.
I'm just going to make a quick note. Excuse me.
It's called Schooner.
I'm just letting y'all talk about wine. That's not my forte.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're just going to talk about wine for a little bit.
And actually, before we go any further, I mean, my man over here, I want to thank, we got Michael Budziszewski. Did I say that right?
Budziszewski. Yep.
Budziszewski.
It's kind of like Mike Krzyzewski, but put Buda in front, so Budziszewski.
Budziszewski.
Yeah.
See, now it's easy.
Yep, that's right.
Got it. Budziszewski.
Yep.
We got Mike Buda. We'll call you Buda during the podcast.
Yeah, that's
everybody calls
you
Buda.
Yeah, it's weird, Mike.
Thanks for making the drive out here, man. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. One small country town to another.
That's right. Oh, and it doesn't get much smaller than this.
Oh, yeah. Well, Clayton's right there with you. I mean, we're just a little closer to Raleigh, that's all.
How many Mexican restaurants you got in Clayton?
Oh, shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Y'all are a massive city.
Okay. Well, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's only at the top of his head. Clayton has definitely expanded for sure.
Yeah. It's one of the fastest growing towns in North Carolina, and it's overpopulated now. The schools can't keep up. It's a boom. I mean, it's insane out there, but it's a great town. I mean, it's wonderful. It's like a hallmark. Anybody from when I go home to Pittsburgh, I went to my 30th high school reunion 3 weeks ago. I was telling them, like, what's the town like? It's watch any Hallmark movie, and this is where all the like New York executives go, and they come back and they meet their lumberjack husbands. They're also princes. They all come out of Clayton. So and I show them pictures, and you're like, kidding me? I was like, no, this is really what it looks like. So it's wild.
So, Clayton, is that where the Yellow House is?
It is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Yellow House?
It is. It's very cute. I don't remember what it used to be, so you'll have to fill me in on my history.
It used to be the Wagner House, and it was like a wedding venue. And now it's like a little gift shop. They got a wine shop, ice cream stuff. I mean, it's a cool little place.
It's a little restaurant.
Owners are awesome. I know the owners very well.
I went through the gift shop. I thought it was super cute. Picked up a few things. They had a great loose leaf tea selection, so I enjoyed that. But it is just a very cute little historic home, and it's yellow. It's the Yellow House.
Trying to pull it up, but a Norton antivirus window popped up when I was typing it in. Fucking spammers, man. They can't get their shit out of my computer.
Oh, it's unreal. Yep.
Like, how do you get rid of that?
You've had a time. Is Mercury in retrograde?
I don't know. I have not. I'm on 3.5 hours sleep right now. I slept from Phoenix to Charlotte, and that's 3.5 hour flight, I think.
So you had 2 stops.
Yeah. I went from Burbank to Phoenix, Phoenix to Charlotte, and Charlotte from here.
That's right.
It was 12 hours. Yeah.
Ugh.
But I got upgraded to first class on
At
from
least
Phoenix
the
to Charlotte.
longest flight.
Yeah, I needed it too. I don't even remember flying first class because I was asleep the whole time.
Oh, because you had that
Ow.
big roomy chair up there.
Yeah, leg room.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're 6'4", 6'4" almost, and man, it's tight in the back. I mean, I'm not a big guy, but I'm a long guy. So it's like
He's a long boy.
yes, I'm all legs and arms, and so
You're an emergency row kind of guy.
pretty much am. Oh yeah, I'll volunteer at the emergency row all day long. It's like
Yeah.
you can't that old lady can't do it. I guarantee she couldn't get that door open. You have to switch seats.
Oh
with
my
me.
God, that door's 40 pounds.
Yeah,
She can't lift that.
No, she can't lift that. She can barely lift her coffee. Look at her. Let me have her seat. So,
Come here, nanny.
yeah. Nana, come on back to the center seat in the back between these two fat people. You're going to love it.
It's
So,
nice and cozy.
Yes.
They'll keep her warm.
They will, because they always like it warm. We're like, shoot, going to my 97-year-old grandma's house in the middle of summer in Wilmington, and she has the temperature set at 83. Like, oh my God, do you have a chill? She's like, I always have a chill. She doesn't have much blood going through her body anymore. She's 97 years old. She's
Oh my
She lives on her
God.
own. She still drives everywhere every day. She's the biggest public safety hazard in Wilmington on the roads, but she does not give up, and she will not give it up. She's insane. I mean, she's just one of those hard-headed pull-lock ladies that's just going to do whatever the hell she wants to do.
No, man, just don't even mess with her.
You don't want to mess with Guy. She'll knock you the hell out.
If
No,
I
she's
don't grow
tough.
up to be Guy, I'm not going to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, Guy's wonderful though. I love my Guy. So
Aw.
I'm her favorite, and she tells all the other
Aw.
grandchildren that. So that's always good. Yeah,
And how would you say she was?
97.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Except don't let me live to be 97. Just pull the plug.
Oh yeah. I mean, the
Push
first,
me down some stairs or something.
Yeah, in the first 10 minutes you're ever with her, you get to hear everything that's wrong with her too. I said, you're 97 years old. You're falling apart. I mean, literally falling apart. You don't need to tell me. I can watch it happening. I mean, it's happening before our eyes.
Grandma, there's your elbow. Pick it up.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, I mean, you just have some fun. How do
There's
you?
your ear.
Every time you get up to walk across the room, you fart and crop dust everybody in there. So we know there's something wrong with your bowels. So
Grandma, what is holding you together exactly?
shoot, her, it's the power of prayer. I mean, she's just going to tell you. I don't know. She says she's going to live to be 113. God forbid she does.
Ooh,
Yeah,
gosh.
so.
I'm rooting for Guy. I
Okay, good.
am.
Good. She can use all the help she can get. She's awesome, though. I love Maggie.
I don't have any surviving grandmothers left, so I'm always rooting for everyone else's grandmother.
Yeah.
Like, no one deserves to lose their grandmother, even though everyone does eventually, unfortunately, at some
Yeah.
point lose their grandma. But I'm always rooting for.
I was
for
lucky.
grandma.
I was nearly 40 and had all four of my grandparents alive. That's insane. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all four were alive at one point.
And I never knew my mother's. My dad's, up to like when I was 12, I had a grandfather. And then he passed. And my grandmother died, I think she was in her 90s. She lived a long, fruitful life.
Yeah.
She died probably in the early to mid 2000s, I think. Yeah. So
It was kind of sad to see great grandma pass away literally at like 93. And my grandmother, unfortunately, had cancer, so that took her at like 78. And I'm like, that's not fair. Like, you had at least 20 more years. And
Yeah.
we all expected 20 more years
Yeah.
out of her. It's just unfair.
look, man.
My grandmother got diagnosed with breast cancer at 76 years old. Went to one chemo treatment, said she was going to pray it away. And no joke, 2 years later, it was completely gone. The doctors don't have any idea what happened.
21 years later, she's still going.
kicking.
She is double my age plus some.
Yes.
So I would have to get to her age. I got to live my life again.
Yep.
That is just, and the way I feel right now, I'm like,
Absolutely
my back
not.
and my knees.
Yep.
Oh my God, how am I going to even get through
Oh,
this?
I know. I've abused myself. I mean, I guess, and she worked during World War II as a riveter on, like, not a riveter, but a welder in the shipyards of Pittsburgh, because she was so tiny she'd get in between certain places you couldn't get and would weld in Pittsburgh. She goes around the schools, tells stories about World War II. She has all these photo albums of World War II. My grandfather fought. He was at D-Day. So it's pretty amazing. Like, she's insane, but like in a good way. Just, I mean, she doesn't slow down.
I mean, when you're 97, you're allowed to be a little crazy.
Yeah, no.
You've definitely earned that.
Yeah, everybody but my dad gets her slack. It's my mom's mom, so.
At 97, I think from your mid 80s and up, that's you don't fuck with me age.
Yeah.
Everything, you let it go.
That's right.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless your name's Joe Biden.
Yeah, here's the thing. But here's the thing. If my grandmother
Oh my
was in a
God.
power position, and it was my grandma in the same position, she's president of the United States, and she was starting to decline like that, me being a good grandson be like, what the hell are you doing? I mean,
Yeah.
you are not right. I don't know what's up with his family letting him just keep going like that. I mean, do they not love him?
Well, they say he's stubborn.
And he can be stubborn as he wants to be. I
Yeah.
mean, that's insane, though. I mean, like I said, if I saw my parents' mental capacities just dwindling, Dad, come on.
There's no ifs, ands, and buts about this either.
Yeah, no,
it is gone.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's just, Dad, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I love you, Dad. You know, you just have to do something. I mean,
Maybe he doesn't want to relinquish the presidency. You know,
what's the worst?
and I think they don't want to impeach him, or what's that article that they could?
Yeah, that they put in place when Trump was there, so that they could take somebody out of office due to their mental capacity.
Yeah. If anybody ever needed that, my God, right here, prime example.
Oh, you could see that coming from a mile away when they were setting that one up. That was a pure
But
alley-oop to like
also-
take him out of power.
Donald Trump is a malignant narcissist, so I feel like he does also kind of fall under that
Biden
category
is
as
a
well.
rambling idiot.
Well, yeah. Also, mental illness.
He's-
Why are we as Americans forced to choose between two different diagnoses of mental illness to run the whole free world?
Well, he was
is my question.
He was the worst deliverer of the best message. That's the best way to put it. I mean,
Trump?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the worst messenger for the best message. I mean, his message, his ideas, and ideology, I thought was great. But as a person, you're like, oh, God knows. I'm obviously I lean more conservative, but I'm more down the middle. So when it comes to certain issues, I'm pretty much down the middle, leaning a little more to the right than I am to the left. So, but I mean, I would give credit where credit's due. I mean, good Democratic president comes up with good ideas. I mean, look at our country during Bill Clinton.
I was a
was
fan
he?
of Clinton.
I was too.
I
He
voted
wasn't
for
bad.
him.
I did.
Yeah.
I did I did too. I voted for Obama the first time. And then I learned from my mistake and did in the second. But the first time we needed a change. I mean, we really did. And so I did vote for him.
This Biden presidency is a prime example of what happens when you vote with your emotions.
Exactly.
When you're voting to vote someone out as opposed to voting someone
That's right.
in. And that's exactly what happened, because a lot of people voted for Biden because Trump said grabber,
I'm just gonna throw it out there that I feel like a vast majority of Trump supporters are also very emotionally driven individuals. I'm just countering the argument you were making about, left-leaning and Democrats, voted with emotion just to get Trump out of office. However, we had a lot of very angry Trump supporters storm the Capitol recently.
No.
Those are sprinkled in with known members of Antifa and stuff like that.
So,
and they're the ones that were pushing the agenda. Now, were their followers? Of course they were followers, because they thought they were following the right people. They weren't following the right people. They didn't know who the hell they were following. That's mob rule. I mean, anytime you have mob rule, you're going to have something happen that shouldn't happen when the mob takes over. But when you have a calculated mob that has an agenda, then it's a little bit different. So you got to be real careful on blaming that on anybody. But I think Antifa was the one who was doing it. I mean, when you have known Antifa members being arrested and their photographs on TV, and they know it's them, and they're all wearing, they're wolves in sheep's clothing, really. I mean, is what they were.
Literally.
They Trojan horse the place is what they did. Mm-hmm. So, just happened all through history. It's always going to repeat itself. We just keep not paying attention. So.
Which is quite baffling, considering the spotlight that exists now with media. Mm-hmm. All we see is history repeating itself.
You do, and you're only going to see their side of it, which is unfortunate too.
Right, and that's probably the ugliest part about the entire situation is there's no one just delivering news.
Where's
there
Walter
is
Cronkite?
always an agenda.
Where is Walter Cronkite when you need him? I mean, he really was. I don't know if he's Republican or Democrat. Couldn't tell you, but he reported the news as the news. Showed both sides story, just reported it. Just do that, a lot of times. I wish we had a Walter Cronkite back.
Yeah. There was some videos that you watch of the January the 6th incident at the Capitol building, and they were getting people on video saying, look, those guys aren't with us, and they're over there starting shit.
Yep.
And there was like Antifa pockets and BLM pockets in there to cause a riot. And this all came out on like even CNN, and I don't know about MSNBC, but it came out on CNN, it came out on Fox, Newsmax, and Owen News, that it wasn't all Trumpers going crazy. A lot of the Trumpers were being civil and doing it the right way, but there was also reports of Capitol Police opening barricades for people, and like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
And then some guy named Michael Bird shoots that woman.
Well, that did wonders for you. Huh?
Oh, man, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I got a screenshot from a buddy of mine. It was a screenshot from Facebook, and it was a guy for one of the local members, band members for 454.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember his name, and it said, fuck Michael Bird. I was like,
I'm like, what the fuck
shit,
did you do to him?
Was that Johnny Orr's brother?
It was the one of the guitars.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, what'd I do to this guy? Never met him, never talked to him. And then I just happened, my cousin messaged me and was like, hey, your name's all over Facebook right now. I'm like, what's going on? So I Googled it.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it was that black Michael Bird. It was a Capitol Police officer that shot that woman.
Oh, God. Yeah. Not that Michael Bird.
Not this one, no.
Yeah.
Just a public service announcement to all 2 of our loyal Hammered listeners.
All right.
This gentleman did not shoot Ashley Bobbitt.
That's her name. Okay, Bobbitt. Yeah.
Anyway, going back to it, I think Buda made an excellent point where it is just kind of mob mentality, because the same thing was occurring during the Black Lives Matter movements as well.
Yeah.
So there are people out here actively trying to do the right thing, and then here come the people who do not want to do the right thing. They just want to cause a scene.
Exactly right.
And that's where shit hits the fan, and suddenly these organizations are painted with a different
Well, if you have any shred of common sense, how do you believe anything that any of the statements that BLM puts out? How can you support them? How can you not think stuff is Antifa when you see pallets of bricks in the streets? Who does that?
Yeah.
And then they try to say that's new construction coming to the area.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a pallet of bricks?
They had that in Raleigh too. I understand. Like in parts
I
of
heard
Raleigh
that,
was down there. I mean, I had friends say, you're like just bricks on the street. I mean, he just drops a load of bricks.
Who does that?
Yeah, we're nothing is supposed to happen but a friendly rally. I mean,
funded protest, man.
That's exactly what it is.
What even is on Fayetteville Street? There's a succulent shop. How is that benefiting anybody?
I have really good friends that own London Bridge down there, and they went in there and destroyed the entire place. Took all the alcohol, broke every window, and I'm sitting in there and there's a Ronaldo jersey on the wall. Autographed certificate, pictures of him signed. I was like, they didn't take the Ronaldo jersey? And he's like, I don't think they know who it is. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, that's like that's unreal.
That's crazy.
They completely just smashed up all their POS systems. I mean, he said, I was talking to Mike, one of the owners, and he said, we would have been better off if they just would have burned the whole place to the ground.
And he's super liberal.
Absolutely.
He is falling off the left side of the planet liberal.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
Yes. And in City down there too. I know I've got really good friends that own City.
Yeah.
And do stuff for them all the time. But yeah, they had all their windows smashed out. I mean, just terrible. I mean, I just don't understand what. I don't know. I was at so the first mob riots who's ever at was it was Hash Bash 1993 up in Ann Arbor.
Hash Bash.
Ann Arbor, Michigan. So
Not Ann Arbor.
Ann Arbor, Michigan, from 4 o'clock until 5 o'clock, 1 hour on 420. It's totally legal to go smoke weed in this one.
Oh, you were talking about weed. I was thinking it was potatoes, getting their hash browns on.
Yeah, so it's legal to smoke weed.
I think it's time for us to go on a diet, Ned.
So that same night was the night that the Fab Five Michigan basketball team made it to the national championship game. Well, there was a riot downtown, and we're just walking around. There's got police on horseback whipping people's kids with billy sticks. They're throwing stuff through windows and running into the gift shops and running out with jerseys and shirts, and it was insane. And we're just walking down the street. We were there from Pittsburgh to visit. I went to the University of Pittsburgh. My buddy was a kicker from Michigan, so we're just walking down the street. I'm going, the hell is this? I mean, it is absolutely to see something like that firsthand and how scary it actually is. Flipping over cars, smashing windows in cars, jumping up and down, pulling cops off of horses. I mean, it was nuts. I mean, it was scary as all get out. But and these are just college kids. You know, I wasn't motivated by, you know, there was no bad cause at first. They just went from celebrating to tearing down the trailer. I mean, it was nuts.
Yeah, the way people celebrate is ridiculous. I never understood that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lakers win a championship. Let's go burn the cars up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
That's brilliant.
What?
Is someone mowing the lawn?
Here we go. This is our second episode. We've had the infamous lawnmower in the background.
It's 7 p.m. Well, I get
It's
it.
also-
It's also like a
900
20
degrees
degrees
outside.
cooler than it would have been earlier.
It's a nice sounding mower, though.
It really is. There's
Yeah,
like
nice,
hum to
smooth.
it.
Running very
Yeah.
cleanly, yes.
Yeah.
I have to see what Brandy's got there because mine's on the fritz. Yeah.
Anyway, I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Whose paw print is tattooed on your forearm?
That is my dog, Ralph. He's a Rottweiler German Shepherd mix. And one day he came in, he always shook my hand when he came in, and he put his paw down, and it was muddy. And when he pulled away, there was a muddy handprint, or paw print there. So I just outlined it real quick and ran down to the tattoo parlor. Told my wife, I'm going to go get this tattooed real quick. So I ran
BRB.
down. Yeah, so I'll be right back. Yep, so that's what it is. Everybody's like, oh, is that for Clemson? I was like, no, that's for Ralph. That's Ralph's.
That's Ralph.
Nice.
That's Ralph. Yeah.
Ralph.
My parents' dog's name is Ralphie. And he is a Pyrenees Anatolian Shepherd mix.
Oh,
He big floofy.
yeah,
He is a big dog.
He
Yeah,
big floof.
Ralph is huge. Now, Ralph is awesome because my ex-wife does have him now, but he also bit her ear off. So this is the greatest story ever. So 2 weeks after I get separated from my wife, I get a phone call at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's my son. He's 18 years old. Dad, you got to come over right now. Right now. There's blood everywhere. There's blood everywhere. I was like, first of all, who's bleeding? He said, Mom. And I went, what happened? She said, well, she spanked Ralph when he was sleeping, and you hit me when I'm sleeping, I'm going to punch you in the face. I mean, I just don't do it. Don't hit somebody when they're sleeping. So he jumped back, and his canine got hooked on her earring on the top of her ear, and he bit the top half of her ear off. So here I am, 2 weeks separated from this lady. I go to the hospital. I take them in. I obviously know all of her information. I'm going in. They're like, what's your relationship? I was like, I don't know, baby daddy at this point? I said, I'm not sure what I am. I said, and she said, do you want to be their emergency contact? I looked at her. I said, do you want me to be your emergency contact? She's like, oh, yes. And so the lady, we're sitting there talking, and she's probably like 300 pounds. I said, oh, yeah, what are you doing later? And she punches me. So so that's not even the good part of the story. So about 2 hours later, my daughter calls. She was 19 at the time and goes, oh, my God, Dad, I found Mom's ear. What should I do with it? I said, well, grab some chopsticks and get a bag of ice and put it on ice, stick it in the freezer, and don't touch it with your hands. You'll contaminate it. It's been sitting on the floor now for 2 hours, and they've got 4 cats. So I'm pretty
Soy sauce, rice, wok.
Yeah, just stick it in the fridge and call the doctor. Maybe they can sew it back on. I said, quick question. Is the ring still in it? And he goes, Dad, yes. I said, take a picture. So I'm trying to find a picture for you. Yes, so I do have a picture of this. And and to this day, she has it in formaldehyde sitting on her shelf. All
right, now that's just macabre.
It's kind of cool. I mean, that's the one thing I gotta give. I mean, we didn't work out. She's still a good person.
Right.
But it's just to get that call at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I gotta find this picture.
Laura, I have fixed Buda's screen 3 times already to try and keep your head out of it. And you just keep leaning over more.
Which
and
way
more.
do you need me to go?
Stay right there where you're at.
Okay,
You're
fine. But he's telling a story of his ex-wife had her ear Tysoned off by their dog.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean, that was a Tyson.
Yeah.
Tyson ear bite. I'm just saying, we don't want to see the back of your head in Buda's screen. Thank you. Appreciate it.
The back of my head is ridiculous.
What?
It's ridiculous.
What was that?
Oh my God! It was an SNL skit.
I don't watch SNL.
Oh my God! It was
so
hilarious.
you're so young, and you
new?
probably she probably watched
Is it
the new
newer
ones.
Because
This one's. I mean, old is kind of relative in this room right now.
Yeah,
but
I remember like the first couple seasons. I was young. I remember trying to stay up to watch them though, but
it fell off so bad, man. I remember watching
ebbs and
it.
flows, man. They're like some seasons are just really funny, and then they just have a crap season.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh no, I'm sorry. This was Mad TV.
Oh, okay. Then I definitely didn't see that.
Hold, please. It's coming.
I think the last time I watched it
Oh, here you go.
religiously-
Okay.
We got it.
I got the year.
Oh my fucking
Oh,
god!
dude, it looks like a frog leg. Oh,
Oh my god! It still has
Wait.
the earring in it.
that's just a part of the year,
Yeah,
right?
it's the top half of the year, like the top part, not like her whole year. Which she didn't get Van Gogh. She just got.
Oh, turn around and show it to the camera right
Oh
there.
God. Can you get it?
Oh, yeah, I can see it. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Just send the picture to him. He'll edit it.
It's in there now.
Oh my god!
That's pretty disgusting. Oh, wow.
That is really wild. So this is Ralph. I mean, Ralph was a baby. I mean, he was a beautiful dog. Yeah. And I had to take a picture of his teeth because those are the chompers that got it. He's got like shark teeth. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, he's
Oh, Jesus.
he's a beautiful damn dog though. Yeah,
That's piranha teeth, Ralphie.
That's Ralph. Yeah. That's my Ralph.
That's why I just have fish.
That's why I don't have pets at all anymore.
My cats would never. I'm just going to put it on the record to say.
Well, that's because your cats, one of them can't hear, so you can sneak up on it all day.
Good
Cat's
point.
gonna shiv you though.
Nike is a very gentle cat. Nike, despite her many handicaps, is just a very annoying little love bug,
Yeah.
but she's still like a precious little love bug.
Bro, her 3 cats probably weigh together
About as much as I do.
about 100 pounds.
Oh yeah, we said
Yeah.
my ex-wife always kept 4 cats. When one died, she just get a new one, just keep replacing them. So we were married 20 years, we're together 21. So there was a constant string of cats coming through, and she had 2 that I liked, and one was like 21 pounds. It was huge, and it was a female, and it just had a big belly that's hung on the ground and just dragged. But it was kind of cool because she cleaned up after herself and wiped up all the hair. And then she did have one cat I kind of liked. That one's still around. My son's cat, Taco. Taco's cool.
Got a cool name.
Yeah,
Taco.
name a
Yeah.
cat Taco.
Yeah, from the
He's
from
got
the
a
league.
pretty
From the
cool
league.
cat.
You ever watch the league? Taco, the guy that sings all the crazy songs about. Oh my gosh, it's one of the funniest shows ever.
I've never seen the league.
Yeah,
No.
it's about fantasy football guys, and it's just like their lives, and it is ridiculously funny. It's probably like my top 3 favorite comedies of all time.
Well, you know how everybody went apeshit over The Office for like 10
Yeah.
years.
Yep.
I never watched it during that time.
Yeah.
I watched it. I binged all the seasons last year
I
during COVID.
started watching the last season it was on, and then
Oh, yeah.
I binged from there. After that. 'Cause
Now, I did stop.
Yeah.
I stopped when Will Ferrell took over.
Oh, well, he didn't take over for long. I mean, he was only there for a couple episodes.
Well, when Steve Carell quit,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
He was the show.
He was the show. He
was the
definitely
show.
was the show.
Yeah. What'd you think? He was the show.
I humored The Office while you were dying of COVID. So
That is a funny comedy.
they have definitely some situationally funny moments, but I would say as a whole, The Office is just not that funny.
I think you just lost one of your 2 listeners.
I
with that
mean,
comment.
yeah.
Be real careful
I
with that
know.
Office. How people get really bent out of shape. You tell them you don't like The Office. Just pretend you do.
I know people
Just
take
write
it
this
really
remember.
personally. I'm like, I'm
They do.
not.
How? Dwight?
Yeah.
Dwight in
Dwight's
his
awesome.
ass kissing?
And Jim.
Yeah.
Jim, just the way
Yeah.
he just teases Dwight all the time and does stuff to him. It's pretty good.
There
Oh my
was
God.
the April Fool's Day episode that did send me. They replaced all of the pictures of Jim and Pam with an Asian family. And they had this Asian couple come in and pretend to be Jim and Pam.
Yeah, God.
And it fucked Dwight up. That one, it's like, I don't know, it was like a few minutes clip, but
Yeah.
that sent me.
Yeah.
That is by far the funniest thing to ever happen on The Office.
Yeah.
You got to watch the outtakes on YouTube. They got some pretty good
Yeah.
outtakes. And most of them is Steve Carell, like, fucking with everybody.
Oh, yeah.
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 So, Buda.
Yes,
So
sir.
for people that don't know you, man, like,
Yeah.
what are you up to, man? What do you do?
Just a little bit of everything. I guess jack of all trade at this point. Have a recording studio in Clayton. Great place. So if anybody wants to record, look up Copper Still Records on Facebook. Shoot me a message. Our sound engineer and my partner is Noel Scott White. He
Okay.
worked for Sting for the last 13 years, 10 years with Herbie Hancock before that. Then COVID kind of, obviously shut everybody down, looking for a new avenue, and he just moved to Clayton. So we've got a recording studio inside of 3 bars in Clayton.
So in your recording studio, you don't hear lawnmowers.
No, you're not going to hear a lawnmower. No, it's pretty quiet in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We try to I mean, it's very soundproofed. So.
Yeah, it has to be in a bar. I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, it's not technically. It's inside of a bar. Bar isn't open yet. It's actually a music school right now. So we do get some interference occasionally if there's a drummer in there. But that's about the only thing that can kind of get through because we have a limited amount of glass in it, but you can still kind of get it through the glass. We got double paned and air sealed, but you can't keep out everything. But Noel can take out the sound like that lawnmower. He could get rid of that, right? Take no problem. Yeah, you would never hear it on the podcast. He's awesome, just one of the best.
Well, I'm gonna have to YouTube that and see if there's a way I can do it.
Yep, just a soundboard. And I think you can actually download a soundboard and do it right from there too. You don't have to actually go out and buy the equipment. You can just subscribe to it. But I'll find out for you. And then also working with Revel Nation. We're getting ready to start up. Revel Nation is a talent. I mean, you're gonna do everything from modeling to music to actors. It's going to be a one-stop shop for casting directors and whatnot. So it's going to revolutionize the way that people cast and do stuff. And I sit on their charity board. So we're going to get started. Once we get rolling with this, with a lot of our donations, we are going to start helping underprivileged youth, or not even necessarily underprivileged. You always think underprivileged and you think just poor. Well, some people are not supported in the arts by their family. And their parents aren't going to back them. They may be the most incredible talent, but they have no way to get in front of people, no way to get to the recording studio, no way to do certain things. So we are going to give out scholarships and pay money to children that really want to learn the arts. So we'll go ahead and that'll be starting up here in the next couple of weeks. So I'm really excited about that part of it.
Oh wow, man! I didn't know Revel Nation was going to be doing that.
Yeah, they're doing all that's the Revel Nation side of it, and they also have Play You, which will be launching soon, which is so it's kind of like a TikTok, Instagram, everything just tied into one, YouTube, all tied into one. And it's because of the ban in China and the ban in India, they banned out TikTok, they banned out Facebook, they banned out everything else. They actually got approved. So they just picked up how many billions of places where they're going to be able to launch. So that's just wonderful. Pete Rivera, you've met Pete. You know Pete.
Well, how long will that last, though? Once they find out it's basically the same platform.
Well, it was developed with a lot of the Indian people and government involvement. So they were telling us what they wanted, what they're going to be able to do, what we're going to be able to, what censorship. I mean, it'll be the only one there, and it's got the blessing of the higher up of both governments. So,
but it's going to be catered to the Indian and Chinese people.
Not at all. It's going to be worldwide. It's going to be huge. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I guess
initial launch, yes, it's going to be really big over there, and then believe it or not, Africa. It's going to be really big in Africa, South America, but the United States it's going to be a place for people in the United States to get their name out where they never would have been able to get it out before. If you're getting, God, let's say that you have a YouTube channel and you're tied in through Play You and you're picking up 1 billion subscribers now that can subscribe to your YouTube channel. I mean, what's that do for your numbers, and how they pay you and what it's going to do to the demographic, so it's unreal. He's got it down.
Throw us a little video on Play You, and
you need to.
People in India will see it and be like, look at those crazy motherfuckers,
That's
Laura
right.
and Bird. What? That's what they'll be saying.
They would be.
Exactly what they'll be saying.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I
And
mean,
then the music stuff too. I do a lot of stuff with music bookings, handling of bands, and that's all going to kind of tie together and just with that too. So that's kind of exciting. I used to produce the Drinking Bros Sports Tailgate Legend podcast. Told about that. Was on the show several times.
Yeah, we've had a couple of the guys from
Yeah.
that show up here.
BJ, Boston Joe.
Tansy hasn't been on. We've had we had Boston Joe and we had Joe Puhak.
Yeah.
Chef Joe.
Yep.
Yeah. He cooked in our kitchen.
Oh
Yeah.
He can cook some damn food.
He cooked it up,
good.
man.
The first show we did, we had Willie Parker from the Steelers on the show, and just tracked him down the night before he decided to do the show. It was ecstatic. So Puhak went out and got Wagyu beef and made Wagyu beef Roethlisbergers. Oh my God, it was absolutely
Roethlisbergers.
Yeah, so he got Wagyu beef and had it ground into ground meat, which to me was almost like a sin. But oh my God, it was so good. I mean, I was in shock how good it was. So, Puhak.
How do you just? My question is, it's my understanding that you can't really just go to Wegmans and be like, "Give me the Wagyu beef."
You can. Wegmans does have it. They have a whole section. It's $249 a pound.
Oh, what?
Yeah, $249 a pound in Wegmans.
Oh my God!
Yes.
I'll just stay vegan,
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh, we were just up in Pittsburgh, like I said, from our reunion, and we went into it was a butcher shop, right there in the Strip District. Strip District has a bunch of shops, just Woolies Fish Market, real famous fish market is there. The first Permanis is there with the Permani sandwiches, which were real famous in Pittsburgh. We walked in, they had Wagyu beef for $70 a pound. And I was like, oh my God, I think.
So what is Wagyu beef?
It's that Japanese beef, and it's so marbled. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, if you ever get a chance to try it. I mean, it's
For $2.49 a pound, I doubt it.
yeah, I know. But when I saw it for $70 a pound, I was like, man, I think I can get some of that and take it back and become like screw drugs. I'm gonna sell Wagyu.
It comes from like a very limited area in
Japan.
where these cows are fed an incredibly specific diet that creates that really special kind of perfect ratio of marbling in the meat. I don't know how I know these things.
Me either.
But it's mostly
Especially
like
vegan.
the shipping aspect of it, the commerce part of it is what makes it so limited in the States. How do you keep that fresh?
I think they're starting to replicate the process in the United States, and they are producing some Wagyu, but I don't know if you can call it Wagyu. I mean, I don't know what the rules are specifically. I mean, can you call it Wagyu beef? It's grown in the United States.
I mean, is it I guess the same
type of cow, same type of diet? Yeah.
Right.
So,
well, and now my question is like,
well, I guess a Black Angus cow here would be a Black Angus cow in Japan. So
that's my thought. So is
it looks delicious.
the
it's unreal.
species
See, look, that's
of cow that makes this what it is?
Well, I don't know.
Wagyu is not a cut.
Well, it's on sale, 50% off right now on omahasteaks.com.
Yeah, but I wonder how much.
$3.30.
$160 for what though? Is that like 2 steaks? Is that a half a pound? Or is that
Package
a full pound?
price. Let's see. Let's click on that.
There's the all beef protein pack.
Oh no, 40% off. New customer
That's
offer.
$40. Jesus, are you really that customer?
That's a lot. So you get 4 8-ounce ribeyes, 4 5-ounce.
Is that
beef
Wagyu
strung.
though?
I don't see
I
anything
didn't see where
that
it
says
says Wagyu on that thing.
That's just beef.
Yeah, that's just like high quality beef.
So what's for dinner?
Yeah, that's
Well,
probably Black Angus.
I typed in Wagyu and that's what came up.
I think Omaha Steaks is going to pop up. You put anything steak in there.
Right.
If you just search Wagyu.
I did, and that's what came up. I'm telling you. I know how to use Google. But I don't know. Now I'm starving.
Do you remember how to use what is it called, the Dewey Decimal System?
Wait, what?
Remember that?
The only Dewey I know
you're
is
about
like
my age. Remember when you went to the library and you had to go find a book and you had to go look it up and then you find out what... God, it's insane.
Oh my God, I haven't looked up a book in the library.
That's what I'm saying. Or God,
I was
man,
a kid.
I wish my kids had to look up stuff in encyclopedias like we had to.
Yeah.
Dig through encyclopedias, God, and then just plagiarize half the dang thing, send it in, and got an A.
So
when was the last time either of you went into a library? I don't know why this crossed my mind recently.
It was to rent a movie back when VHSs were still out.
Exactly.
I used to take my kids a lot when they were like little through their teenage years because they like to go, and I'd go in and got bored when I found out there wasn't a porn section like they had in Pittsburgh. But I mean, it was
what porn section in a library?
There was an adult section in a lot of the libraries up in Pittsburgh. You can go to the back; you had to be 18 to enter. But if you knew somebody, just kind of waltzed on in. So they let you in. So yeah, you could. It was kind of gross. It smelled like. Ugh. Weird
People jerking off in the library.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they were. I mean, I'm pretty sure they were.
Well, I mean,
he'd let you into a private room with his book collection. There's nobody in there with you.
So oh my God, the
know.
pages are all stuck together.
I'm probably and crusty and stuff like that. And it's probably so gross in there. I never even thought about that. Oh my God, you don't think about that thing when you're a kid. You're just like, you don't give a crap. There's boobs. I mean, that's all you care about.
You're like, so that's why those pages were like that.
Yeah.
They had like the stains on them.
They're just like
discolored.
The pages don't even like flip. It's just like boom.
Oh, dear God. I was about 12 years old, and I love National Geographic magazine. I'm over at my friend's house. I'm flipping through a National Geographic. And I was like,
oh my
God, why is it sticking together? And and I opened it, and it was like, oh, my God, you jerked to your bangy boobies, didn't you? He said, no, I didn't. I said, look, this page is stuck together. It's right in that exact page. You have this sitting, like, in your bathroom. Of course I'm going to read something, and, of course, there's a National Geographic. I studied archaeology in college, so I had kind of a love for, ancient times. Oh, dear God. I was like, why is that page stuck? I was like, oh my God, no. Oh man, I blasted him. I told everybody at school. I think we got beat up a little
I
bit.
find that a little sacrilegious to be coming in the pages of National Geographic.
Remember,
like it owes you money and you're to a National Geographic. That is kind of bad.
Remember when you had to work for your porn?
Oh, you absolutely
It's
did.
not like kids with phones now. You're just giving them an open invitation. Go look at some porn.
Yeah.
But back when I was a kid, you had to like use resources.
You did.
Because that shit
The
didn't.
squiggly lines on the TV, it was like the adult channels, they would squiggle around and every now and then it would focus in just quick enough you could see a nipple and you're like, yes!
So my aunt, right?
Nipples.
My aunt, God rest her soul, I used to go to her house a lot and I would spend the night over there. And they had big, huge satellites, like space satellites.
Oh,
you put
you
like
get all the good stuff.
X1 and 3 and then the satellite would turn.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So I would watch like it was American Triple Ecstasy back then. That was the name of the channel. And I remember Amber Lynn was real big back then.
Oh man, I used to like Real Sex. Remember Real Sex on HBO?
Oh yeah, I never really got into that.
Real Sex was good. I mean, it's kind of the weird kinky stuff, but I mean, if you pause at the right point, it's always good too. So
some of those like Skinamax movies were good too.
Oh yeah, Skinamax. Yep.
Yeah,
that was.
There's one called Love right now. It's like a mainstream movie.
It's on Netflix. Is that the one with the guy that's hung down to like below his knee or something like that?
I don't know.
I think it is. Because it's like, I was reading something online about it. I was like, my girl's like, let's watch that. I was like, I'm not watching this guy with a horse cock. I don't want to see it. And she's like, what are you talking about? I pulled it up. And sure enough, it says this scene at this time, if you pause it just right, he's standing there and he's like, he's flaccid. He's like 12 and a half inches long. I was like, oh my God. So,
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Fucking torture girls with that thing.
I know. I don't know what, I mean.
But that's a totally different movie what I'm talking about.
Okay, then different. Okay.
This movie starts with him getting a hand job, and it shows it all too. And he's like fingering her, and he's getting a hand job, and then the movie doesn't like start until after he ejaculates.
Oh my God.
And this is not Triple X. It's like one of those NC-17 deals. And I watched it. The rest of it's just a movie about him like breaking up with her and seeing another girl and having a baby. And
was the rest of the movie good, or was it just the first scene?
Just first scene.
Okay, cool.
There was
I was trying to debate whether I watch this later on tonight. I was like, nah, I don't
dude,
watch it for 5 minutes.
And it was in 3D. And there's one scene in there where he's getting jerked off again, and it shows his dick from the top up, and he just the cum is like going towards everybody in 3D.
Oh God,
it was crazy.
Oh Jesus,
I would show it right now, but.
Nope, don't do that.
We don't have our 3D glasses either. It wouldn't be the same effect.
So talking about being resourceful for porn, like when I was a teenager, like 14 through 16, I would go to my buddy's house, and his parents had a stash under the bed mattress.
My dad had one too in a drawer underneath the waterbed. It was bad. Yeah, and it was like, this is 1979 porn. I mean, all the girls' bushes went to their belly buttons. I mean, it looked like he had Franco Harris in a headlock down there.
It looked like they were posing a cat.
Oh, it was so bad. You look back at it now, you're like, ugh. I mean,
like, what exactly are you beating off to?
Boobs.
It's like the top of someone's head.
Yeah, no, it does. And it might have been been wearing a bikini. I mean, it was just so much hair.
Oh, yeah.
So much hair.
That's what I thought a vagina was back in the day.
So did I. I thought it was like a hair
was
pillow.
Anything in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. First time I saw like the beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. The lips and the clitoris and all that. First time I saw that, I was like, what in the hell is
It looks
this?
like an Ewok's mouth. The first time you see it, when it's all that hair around it.
I didn't even know what it looked like.
Sideways Ewok smile.
I was like, what is that? What's that pink in there? What is that? And I was probably 12.
I will henceforth be referring to my vagina as the beast. Thank you.
Well, my buddy, like, I would go in his parents' bedroom. He doesn't know it to this day. He probably doesn't listen to this, so he won't know it. But I would go in there and I would look through and I would tear pages out.
Nice.
I wonder if he ever got in trouble for that, because I was tearing the good ones out and I would fold them up and take them home.
When I was at 8, we were walking home from school, and there was this one section. We lived in Pittsburgh, and I went up this little pathway. We used to go play back in the woods back there, and it was me and one of my buddies and my sister, and we saw a rock with a hole underneath it, and I said, I wonder what's in that hole, and I reached in. I pulled out like 4 skin flicks, or skin dirty magazines. I mean, these are bad. These are like jugs, XXX, and stuff like that. They were wrapped in plastic. I was like, oh my God, we hit the mother lode. But then we started thinking, they're going to come back for these. they find out we have them, they're going to kill us. It wasn't like we stole their gold or their, drugs. We just happened to take our nudie magazines. They're probably 13 and we were 10.
That might as well have been drugs back then.
It might have been. Yeah, that's right. It was.
I mean,
but I didn't know what to do with them. I mean, but same thing. I tore out like 2 pages and had those 2 pages forever.
You hit the mother load, then spilled the mother load later.
I did. I beat it like it owed me money when I got home.
Oh my God.
I'm not ashamed.
No, man.
So I have a slightly more innocent story. So my senior year in high school, I was preparing myself to go to college for art. Art history particularly, but I was still very invested in my studio career. So I was really struggling with male forms. So a girlfriend of mine was like, well, I've got this magazine. It's just full of naked dudes. And I'm like, oh my God, that's perfect. I can practice my male figures from this. And of course, I get the magazine home and I'm like, oh my God, my intensely religious mother is going to find this. I know she will, and that's going to be the end of me. So I did. I hid it between my box spring and my mattress. Whose parent looks in there? Apparently mine.
The one that does the bed and puts her hand under to tuck the fitted sheet and goes, what is that?
Well, I put it all the way in.
Oh, okay.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
All the way in, and it was gone. And she never mentioned anything about it, so I had no chance to kind of like explain or defend myself. Like,
do you think she still has it?
Maybe.
Do you ever ask her?
Maybe I should.
I would totally ask. Just be like, hey, remember when you stole my nude magazine I was using for art class that they gave me? I know you've got it. Do you still have it? My friend wants it back.
Maybe she was happy because her daughter likes boys.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey,
Mom was not happy about her daughter's liking boys.
My daughter is bisexual. I remember when she came home in high school when she was 16, and she told me, and I was like, that's great, but here's the problem. What do you do for sleepovers? Or would I let your boyfriend sleep over in your bedroom? She's like, no. I said, well, you've got a girlfriend now. So, and she's like, oh, you're homophobic. I said, no, I'm dad. I'm dad. I'm not a homophobe. I said, I've got so many gay friends. That's your choice. Yeah, if you're born, I don't know. I'm not going to get into that debate. Doesn't make a difference.
Right.
It doesn't interfere with anything that I'm doing in life's agenda. I'm perfectly fine. And I'm trying to explain this to her. Oh my God, we just went back and forth how I'm homophobic. And then I was like, okay, so the girl that you're with, here's one of the big problems. My daughter's like statuesque model. I mean, she's like 5'11", skinny, tall. She actually modeled for NC State while she was in high school. She's the only high school student chosen to do it. I'm like, your girlfriend looks like a boy. Yeah, it's like, so I'm just so confused. Like, it'd be like if you showed up, Caitlin, with a 350-pound sweaty guy, I would tell you, it's like, Caitlin, you're like dating way below your league. So it was the same thing with this girl. Well, then we stayed together for a couple of years. They broke up. First thing she does when she comes back to me, I'm so sorry for all that stuff I said to you. Because you're right. She was way below me. I was like, it took you 2 years to figure this out, Caitlin. So it's wild. I mean, just when you have somebody come out to you like that, it's pretty cool.
I've never understood it. And, do what you want to do. Your sexuality is your thing. Just don't try to bring it into my life.
That's
and throw it on me. But I've never understood that beautiful, like a lot of beautiful women that are lesbians go out with women that look like guys.
Lipstick lesbians.
Yeah, and it's like, what are they looking for?
It's hard to say. Like I said, I love my daughter, and it has nothing to do with it. But it's weird when when you're trying to deal with all this and dealing with girls.
It's just.
Step out. Excuse me.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go potty.
Oh no.
Sorry. No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Well, it's like when you see some homosexual guys, you don't never see like big, beefy, muscular guy with the feminine guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Both. Well, you know what? Actually, that's not true. I do know a couple of couples
really?
like that. Yeah, where it's like the big guy and a littler dude.
I stand corrected.
Yes,
here.
no, I do. I knew actually several. I mean, it's kind of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, when you're you'll more you're around the entertainment industry. I mean, you're surrounded by. I was in restaurants too, so it's kind of like the two places where you're always going to run into that. Like I said, it's funny, but
There you go. It shows you I don't hang out around a lot of homosexual people, but it's not by choice.
No, it's not by choice. It's just like it depends on what your circles you run with. You know, I don't care. You know, I don't let's say I don't care because it sounds so bad that I don't care because I do care. But I don't care.
Isn't it bad you got to follow up everything you say about
a
topic like this, a sensitive topic?
I don't want to offend any of my friends too. Like, I mean, but they know me. They know who I am, and I'm a straight shooter. I mean, well, in all ways. So I mean, it's kind of. But it's funny, man.
It just sucks. You got to clean up everything. You don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah, I know.
No matter what. Yeah. It's like, oh, man.
No, that's what I was going to have my grandma listen to the show, and then we kind of went off topic. I don't think I was that little shout out to my geek. I'm like, we're going to hold off on the rest of the show. I'll let you listen to the first 5 minutes.
Well, that's the wonderful thing about this. I can edit everything.
No, you don't have to worry about it. I don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, wow, Laura just like up and she's going to have to stop drinking liquids while the show's going on.
I thought we might have offended her. I was like,
for a second, I was like, okay, I might have to just kick her off the show if she gets offended like that.
Yeah, I was worried about her. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I've listened to your podcast. I didn't think that was that brutal.
I mean, she did vote for Biden.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I'm telling all her secrets right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents did too, so I love the debates now when I see them. We try not to talk politics, but every now and then I just look at my dad and go, Dad, name one thing. Just one thing. And he's like, well, I can name several. I said, well, name one of them. Can't do it.
Nobody can.
Nobody can. I was like, name one thing, one redeeming thing that's been done so far, in your opinion. Yeah. Is it the better gas prices? Obviously it's not. I mean, is it the inflation that you're loving? I mean, what do you love about what's going on right now? Just give me one thing. He gets mad. Like, I don't have this debate with you. It's not worth my time. I was like, well.
That's a typical response of somebody that has no information.
That's exactly right. Yeah. They just hated Trump that bad is what came right down to it.
And it's like you ask people, show me video evidence of Donald Trump being a racist.
Yeah.
You can't produce any.
Is it the picture of him dating the African-American woman? Because
you can't.
Yeah.
He gets called racist for so many things, but you've got black people that come out and say he is not a racist. Yeah. Herschel Walker, former Dallas Cowboy great,
I love Herschel
comes out and says he has never been a racist. I guess they're pretty good friends.
Yeah.
Everett Tyson, what's his name?
Kanye
West.
Mama Ali. We had Mama Ali on the podcast. Muhammad Ali's wife, first wife, the one who got him to change his name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali, took her father's name. It was Muhammad Ali. That's where he came from. And she plays golf with Trump at least once or twice a month down in Mar-a-Lago. She lives in Florida. So, when we did the show, they sent the Muslim Brotherhood out with us. And we were surrounded by the Muslim Brotherhood as protection for her. I mean, super cool guys, man. They were really funny and really nice guys. But, she's telling these stories and stuff like that, and everybody's like, agreeing, like the Muslim Brotherhood is just shaking her head, yes. They don't have any problem with them. I mean, it's just... It's like I said, it's all a narrative. That's all it is. Just if you hate the guy, you hate the guy. You're gonna find every excuse to not like him. I mean, it could be anybody. So it just
a lot of people just didn't like what you were saying earlier, the way he carried himself and how unfiltered he was, and he did do some classless stuff, like when he made fun of the. That handicapped guy. Yeah. That's some of that stuff you just...
and if he would have never been on Twitter, he'd be president still. I mean, I'm
exactly
100% convinced of it. If he never went on Twitter and don't bury your head in the sand, but just don't go on Twitter. Don't air for everybody to hear. I mean, it was just, I don't know. It's like taking the knife out of your 4-year-old's hand because they're afraid they're going to cut themselves. He's over there just going...
they should have... Welcome back, Laura.
How did we transition from lesbians to Trump?
We found out you voted.
Just
Biden.
I thought you were offended.
Voted for Biden. I thought I offended you. I was like, oh my gosh. She doesn't like lesbian talk.
No.
I watched several of the podcasts. I know that it's
I was struggling to hold it, and I could not hold it anymore. No, I get it. I've totally been with girls, and I can't answer these questions either. But sorry, now that we're going back to it, because I'm like, I have thoughts about this, but I can't focus on that. So I had to go take care of that.
Thank you.
I mean, well, straight women do it too. Like, you see straight women with men that are totally not in their caliber, and it's it's all in how these people present themselves. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Men and women alike. Like if you don't have a lot working for you in the looks category, you have to have personality to make up for it. So that's why pretty women end up with people who are maybe not as pretty.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, my girlfriend's 16 years younger than me, looks even younger than that. You know, so we get the looks. I just took her to my 30th high school reunion. She was 1 when I graduated. So I was the coolest kid at the reunion, I can tell you that much. Maybe not so much in high school. The reunion, I was in good shape. So
nice.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just me thinking if you like women, if you're a woman and you like women and you're a lesbian, wouldn't you be turned on, attracted to more of a feminine woman?
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Not like a more of a woman that is something you're trying to get away from, and one that looks like a man.
Yeah, and I mean, I think like I don't even want to get into this debate because I don't want my daughter to listen to this and be like, okay, sorry, Caitlin, I love you. So
sorry, Caitlin.
Yeah.
I can say there are women who are attracted to a very feminine type. Now, let's say not necessarily that really feminine type is attracted to other females, but it just so happens this female turns up and treats her better than any man this lady has ever met.
That's exactly the case with my daughter. She got along. She was in a couple relationships. The guys were just complete dicks. You know, I didn't like them either. I mean, and so she comes along. She's nice. She hangs out all the time. They're together all the time. You know, I thought they were best friends for a long time, and then one day I was like, oop. I've been sleeping over my house 3 nights, so I'm kind of nervous about this one.
And Buda proves me. Well, Buda counter-argued my comment that I said that masculine gay people, gay men, don't really go for the flamboyant gay man.
But I've seen it.
And he's seen it lots of times.
Several couples that are like that. You got one guy, it's like big. Well, they call it bears. You know. The Bears.
I wouldn't know. Yeah.
The Bears like that big, burly, lumberjack-looking guy that you wouldn't think was gay. If I had $100 to bet on like 5 people in the room, he wouldn't be the one I'd even think about. That's a bear. You know, they're the big lumberjack-looking guys.
Okay.
So, and then you got, I mean, a lot of those guys are attracted to the really feminine, flamboyant gay guys. I mean, I've seen it.
Guess they can throw them around the bedroom.
They do say opposites attract. So.
Yeah. So.
So there you go.
So
there's our gay segment on Hammer.
Yes, there's our lesson for the day and what a bear may be.
Sorry, I stepped out for 5 minutes.
It says the more you know going across the screen.
Yeah. Oh my God, that'd be so funny.
But I want to see the bi flag instead.
There's a bi flag?
Oh my God.
Is it like extra colors?
I wish.
Because you like everybody, I figured it'd be like a lot of extra colors, either full spectrum.
The bi flag is purple, I believe.
Oh, it is? Really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
I had no idea there was a bi flag.
We're going to find out.
Oh, there's a bi flag. There's a trans flag. There's asexuality flag. There's a flag for every spectrum.
There's the bi flag.
Okay, there you go.
The LGBTQ plus community. Yep, the gender fluid flag.
Yeah.
The arrow flag, the pan flag.
What's aromatic flag?
Aromantic is
aromantic. Oh, I thought you said aromatic.
I like the aromatic flag. It's
okay. We're
it's very fresh smelling.
So there's your.
What is that one?
Which one was that? That's the bi flag. No, that's the bi
That's
flag.
the bi.
Gender fluid. Oh, let's see that one. Okay, this is just too much. Demi boy.
What is demi boy?
He sounds like a superhero.
It does. Yeah, I'm sure it's
polyamorous flag.
Polyamorous.
Polyamorous. That's the pie sign.
Because they all like pie. Yeah.
I mean, everyone likes pie.
Yeah.
Okay. They just stole the pie sign. Trans flag. The pan flag. And for those of you listening to this, we are looking at flags right now. You can check this out on the YouTube channel, actually. Just subscribe to Naughty Donkey Productions, and you'll be able to see this.
If you want to educate yourself on how to be an LGBTQ plus ally, and familiarize yourself with the flags of the LGBTQ plus community, this is where to find it.
There's a traditional flag right there. That's what I was. Yeah. I mean, I thought that just covered everything. I didn't realize. What's the one with the big axe on it? See right there?
Where?
Right up from your finger. Go up to the right. To the right. See right down. See the little axe, the battle axe looking one. What is that?
Lesbian pride.
It has.
If you can read that, yeah.
Lesbian pride is a battle axe.
Bro.
Fucking here for it.
That is
kind of
violent.
It
about
really
to
is.
play for the other team
look,
full
there's
time.
there's a lipstick lesbian pride flag right above it. See?
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so now everybody's got to have their own flag.
Look,
come on.
Bear pride right above there. We were just talking about our bears.
There's a paw. Was that paw on your arm?
Oh my God! Yeah. It's my bear magnet.
Michael, your boat has a flag, okay? You can't hate on members of the LGBTQ plus community.
It's a skull. It's called the Jolly Ranger.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Don't come at me, bro. You have a flag for your boat.
Yeah,
and you're mad that everyone else has a flag.
That's for
I'm not mad. I'm just saying, come on, you got to have for every type of
there's a straight
including your boat.
Look at that.
That's not a
pride.
sexuality.
Maybe it is.
There's a straight pride. There's a straight pride flag.
Oh, straight pride. That's 4 different flags on one. Let's just do the overall search for that one. Okay, that's completely different than what we just saw.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't. Oh, I guess it is. A man and woman hooked together. That's what the.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Who's pointing up? That's the
guy.
That's the male.
That's the guy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fully erect there.
That's what it is, man. And
I've never looked at it that way.
I always look at it as a woman standing like this and a guy with a heart on.
Oh, so the way that I always remembered it was of course I remember it this way. So the planets were named after Roman gods and goddesses. So Venus, i.e. Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty and femininity, her sign is like a hand mirror. So that's the way I remembered that. And then Mars is Aries.
You would think Narcissus would be a hand mirror.
You would think, but that's probably why he did not end up with a planet named after him.
Yeah, he's all full of himself.
That might be Earth.
What, Earth is Narcissus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why doesn't Earth have a really cool godly name?
Because everyone was like, maybe we should be Narcissus.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like,
Let's call it, out of all the words, Earth.
A narcissist does not have a flag, by the way.
Saturn, Mercury,
they have red
Jupiter,
flags.
Earth.
They are the red flag. That's a narcissist. Just giant red flag.
Earth.
Earth. Let's call it Earth.
Yeah.
Earth.
What's this show I'm watching on? It's on HBO Plus. The Storm, I think. After the Storm, or it's about QAnon, and they're trying to figure out who Q is.
Oh God.
Yeah, and then they got some whack people up in that show, man.
Yeah.
There's this one girl, she's like, and she's far right, but she's lost it. She's like, I think the Earth is flat.
Oh.
I'm like, I can't be associating with people like you.
I know a couple people actually. God, honest truth, they are intelligent people that believe the Earth is flat.
Oh boy.
I don't. I mean, one guy. I mean, he's super intelligent. I mean, we have a lot of crazy beliefs. I believe that civilization started hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousand years ago. He believes in that too. That we're just. I mean, just all certain. But he believes the Earth is flat. And God, honest truth. I mean, believes it. I mean, it's so.
So what does he think about pictures of Earth from space?
It's like the flat side. I don't know.
It's the flat side.
So he thinks the Earth is a flat circle.
Flat circle.
Flat circle.
Yes. I don't know how an educated person could ever believe that. It was funny. So I saw something one time. It said flat earthers are uniting from all over the globe. All around the world. From all around the world is what it said on their announcement. I was like,
Read that again.
from all around the world.
But
You just
slowly.
said the world is all around. Yeah.
Not all of flat the world.
Yeah, all flat the world. Yeah, exactly. And with like cats are, they push something off the edge. I mean, what happens if you fall off the edge?
True.
Where is the edge?
That's exactly right.
I mean,
Would have definitely knocked everything off of the surface of the earth if the earth were flat.
well, if the ocean's on the edge, then you just have constant water just pouring off into space.
Yeah. Where does it go? I mean, I just don't understand. I want somebody to try to explain it to me. I'd love to hear because I don't even want to get into an argument because I don't want to.
Is there a vaccination against flat earthers?
I don't know.
Jab me now.
A flag against
flat Earth vaccination.
Oh,
Did you catch that? Do I need to repeat myself?
yeah, I was lost.
Is there a vaccination against flat earthers?
A vaccination against flat earthers.
Where am I losing you?
I don't get the joke you're trying to make here.
You just so you don't have to hear it or deal with those people.
So you just get
take
a
a
vaccine
vaccination.
So
and
there's
I
don't know if you've noticed, but vaccinations are a hot button issue in popular media currently.
it's like before the podcast started, we were talking downstairs. Buda's got the app that lets everybody know. If
Yeah,
you get vaccinated.
I got my passport, man. But
Yeah.
like I said, I did it for a reason, just to get backstage at concerts. It's the only reason I got it. I was actually totally against it. And he said, well, if you don't get it, you're not going to be able to go backstage. I'm like, oh, God.
I know.
They backstage. And now with, we're talking about Live Nation making it nationwide, to get in one of their venues, you have to show your vaccine card or proof of negative test 2 days before we go in.
That's what the United States is going to turn into, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they track. The government can track you right if they want to.
That's why I don't even try to when you said, why would you download that app? My one buddy said, why would you download it? I said, you don't think they have all my other shit? Well, listen to me right now. I mean, I can think about, I want to look up a vintage 1970s Matchbox car. And I'll go home, and there'll be a Facebook ad for a 1970 vintage Matchbox car. You don't think they're listening to me? You're nuts.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can turn everything off on my phone, and it still does it. I mean,
Just think about all of the apps, the websites that you have freely given up your personal information to.
absolutely.
And everyone's like, I don't want an injection, so the government can't track me.
No, it's just like when you
You
read
are being tracked.
your Social Security card says not for identification purposes. Only thing I learned in college was my Social Security number. I mean, really, because you use it for everything.
Well, you in the Army, that's how they identified you.
That's where I learned mine. Was in the Army. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It says plain as day, not for identification purposes, the number. I mean, that's the way it was mandated when it came out. They said it will never be used as an identification number for you.
But every time I
try buying anything without a Social Security number.
Well, any new job I start,
Absolutely.
you need two forms of ID.
Yeah.
One of them being a state or government issued photo ID and a birth certificate or Social Security card.
Exactly. I mean, it's so.
But some of the arguments are conspiracy theories I've heard about this vaccine, and they're stupid. Like, some doctors are coming out saying, oh, everybody's going to die within 6 months. So if that's true, if this vaccine was put out there to kill off half the population of the planet, right? So why would the higher-ups or the government that's producing this lethal vaccine kill off their supporters?
That's exactly right.
Because those are the main ones that are running out. The sheep, the quote-unquote sheep. Why would you want to leave the other half here that are like anti-you and anti-vax?
Exactly.
Also, the coronavirus is killing people. Why don't we just not issue a vaccine and let the virus do its job?
Herd immunity. Yeah.
Because the herd immunity would be more productive than a vaccine.
Yes.
At this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah, I would think so. I think the antibodies I have from COVID are probably just as good as this vaccine.
Have you taken the antibody test? I'm just curious.
I gave blood back in January and had the antibodies. I don't know if I still got them.
Right.
But some people are saying like 9 months after they still got antibodies in their system. So
I had it. I actually had it too, and I mean it didn't hit me that hard at all. Just 3 days of just extreme tired and loss of taste and smell. That was it for 5 days. I mean that's all I had. But I still had to go get the stupid vaccine. I was like, describing it.
Yeah, I don't know. I get it. Everybody, I went to California.
Yeah.
And everybody was wearing masks everywhere,
Yeah,
except for outside.
Yeah.
Outside, but then there was still people that were doing it outside.
Yeah, that's why I love Johnson County where we live. I mean, Wake County has the mask mandate, and it's like I hate going into Wake County right now.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I was happy to get the vaccine too was I didn't have to wear a mask anymore.
So I went to Wake because it was Raleigh. It's all of Wake County now.
It's Wake County except for I think 4 or 5 towns voted it out, and that's it. But like Johnson County where we're at, I mean, hell, its place has pretty much been open. Nobody will enforce anything.
Joe Co, baby.
Joe Co.
That moonshine will kill damn
That's
coronavirus
right.
out there.
Oh my God. I mean, yeah. If you eat enough Smithfield Packers hot dogs, you got the antibodies anyway. I mean, goodness gracious.
I've never had one of those.
Really? When the red hot dogs? Oh, they're so good.
No, there's I don't know what goes into a single fucking hot dog, and I think most people don't. But they're still going to eat the hot dog, but not get the vaccine.
That's what I said. That's a vaccine argument for people. It's like, yeah,
right.
You'll eat a hot dog that's made up mostly of lips and assholes, but you won't, and you can't tell what's in there, but you won't get a vaccine because you don't know what's in it. I don't know what's in half the stuff that I eat, though. I mean, you think about it. I mean,
right.
Have you ever read the package for something? You're vegan, so you're.
Well, I have to.
Yes. You're vegan, so I'm
you
sure
can watch the YouTube videos. I don't turn you off hot dogs.
I'll eat anything that's thrown in front of me for the most part. Just. It's always brought up that way. Somebody's feeding you, you eat it.
Yeah.
And I'm a picky damn eater, but half the stuff, even like seasoning.
Talking about feeding you, man, that's what's happening. The American people are getting fed, one side from one party and then something else from another party. Like you look when Trump was president, they've got all these videos interviewing like Biden, Kamala Harris, and all these other Democrats, Pelosi, the higher ups. Talking about how they wouldn't take the virus.
Yeah.
If Donald Trump created a virus, they would not take it because they don't trust it.
Yeah. The vaccination.
The vaccination. Yeah. What did I say?
The virus.
They wouldn't take the virus.
Catch the virus. Yeah. Opie and Anthony back in the day. You don't know anything about. You got to know.
I remember Opie and Anthony.
Catch the virus. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so they would not take the vaccine because it was a Donald Trump thing. Now you've got those people that were saying you need to take the virus. Or wear a mask. Now it's...
Why do you keep saying virus?
I don't know.
3.5 hours sleep.
It starts with
3.5 hours sleep after spending time in
Buda.
Weird California.
It's true. I mean, the time difference is catching up to you.
Yeah, and then you've got like Fauci talking out of both sides of his mouth. Nobody trusts anything anybody is saying. No. That's why most conservatives don't want to take the shot. And that's why all of the lefties are taking the vaccine. Yeah. And, it's a trust issue. Nobody trusts anybody. Yeah.
I promise you, every single Republican elected official in the United States has gotten the vaccination.
Probably. No, I wouldn't say all of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't say all of them.
I would say fair.
I'd say probably 75% of them, though. I believe that. Because most of them are old. I mean, you got to take that into consideration.
They're high risk.
They are super high risk.
They're the ones that will end up on a ventilator.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for Pelosi, she's never going to die.
Oh, she will never die. She's oh God.
She's on that shit Keith Richards is on.
She's on the shit my grandma's on. Yeah.
Okay, Keith Richards smoked everything. So
he snorted his dad's ashes. You knew that, right?
What?
When his dad passed away and was cremated, he did a line of his dad's ashes. It's in his autobiography. Yep. That is a true story.
I wonder if it got him high.
I don't know. But you know what the street value of his cremated body would be? I mean, it's such a... Good God, man. I'll take like a little...
A tablespoon.
Can I get an 8-ball Keith Richards?
Think of all the drugs that are just floating within this man at any given moment. That makes perfect sense to me that he'd be worth a pretty penny on the streets.
Oh, God, yeah. Like I said, his cremated remains would be worth a fortune. They would have to. I mean,
can he burn though? Like, actual question. Like, will his actual chemical makeup allow him to?
He'd probably go up like a firecracker. I mean,
he would just explode.
Yeah, he's like a combination of like lighting meth on fire. It's like, his body's a meth lab.
Oh, he's like the Chuck Norris jokes.
Oh yeah.
Coronavirus tried to infect Keith Richards.
Yeah.
Then had to get the Keith Richards vaccine.
Shit. I mean,
the Keith Richards.
If I was a gambling man, I never would have bet that Charlie Watts was going to be the first Rolling Stone to die. Out of all the original members, I never in a million years would have bet Charlie Watts. I mean, the guy doesn't barely move. He just sits back, does his thing. He's so smooth, dresses so nice.
The whole time,
yeah.
The rest of them were out partying all fucking night. He was at home asleep. He was married for like 57 years.
Was he the oldest?
Yes, he was the oldest. But I heard the funniest story. So I guess it was early in their career, and he's always known for Charlie Watts dressing up real nice and all that stuff. So he gets a call from Mick Jagger and says, "I want my drummer down here right now in the lobby."
This is my favorite
Have you heard this
story. Yes.
So he woke up, took a shower, got completely dressed in his suit. This is the middle of the night, 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Goes downstairs, punches Mick Jagger, knocks him down, and says, "I'm not your drummer. You're my singer." And goes right back up to bed.
Wow.
Got dressed in full
I'm not
suit.
your fucking drummer.
Yeah, you're my singer.
Just
That's
so good.
Beautiful. I just heard that on the radio. Yes, I was like, that is an awesome anecdotal
My
story.
dad told me that story literally the other day.
Yeah,
And I'm like, that's fucking legendary.
I listen to classic vinyl all day long on Sirius XM between classic vinyl and classic rewind. I kind of flip back and forth between the two. And, with him passing away, they've been telling crazy stories. And there's actually a Rolling Stones channel on Sirius right now, channel 27. So I'm kind of flipping back and forth.
I will get my Sirius radio back for that.
I love it. Now, it's only through Labor Day, and I'll switch back to Deep Tracks, I think it is, channel 27. But for right now, you can listen to all really good Rolling Stones interviews and stuff like that. And I saw the Stones in '89. I've seen them a couple times. So
I've never seen them.
Yeah,
never will get to see them.
You will. They're touring. They're getting ready to tour again. So
not the intact Stones though.
Well, no. I mean, but the drummer that's playing with them was Charlie Watts' guitar or drum tech for the last 27 or 37 years or something like that. So he actually had his blessing because he knew he was, in health-wise, wasn't going to be able to go on tour this time with them. So he gave his blessing to have this other guy. It's kind of like the same thing with Dusty dying from ZZ Top.
Just kind of passing the torch.
Yeah, he said, he told the guys, and my buddy Joel is really good friends with, oh my God, they're going to kill me for even saying, but Billy Gibbons. He's really good friends with him, and, they're texting about him. He told us, he gave us a blessing. He said, man, if anything ever happens to me, because he knew he was kind of dwindling in health too, he said, don't you ever stop. He said, just keep on going. And his guitar tech is now the person that's playing with him. And it was funny because of COVID, his guitar tech happened to just grow out a beard. Not on purpose. He just decided it's COVID. I'm just gonna grow a beard, and so he has the Dusty,
the long flowing face locks.
Yeah. You know why I grew a beard, both of them? Because they have such perfectly white teeth. Ever watch a video of them? It shows off their teeth. So if you're sitting far away, you can see their teeth while you're singing. It shows off their teeth better.
That's what the beards do?
That's what the beards do. Yeah. And if you watch a video, you'll totally see it. I mean, the guy's got like perfectly pearly white teeth.
Okay, great. Now that's the only thing I'm going to be thinking about.
What,
well, now I want to go watch a ZZ Top just to see if that's why they have their beards.
I mean, it's insane, but it's really cool. But like when you watch it now, you can't stop looking at it. You're like, oh my God, he really does have amazingly white teeth. So, but if you're in the back row at a concert, you see the lights in his white teeth, and it really stands out because the beard's all framing it.
And then ZZ Top lost a band member.
That's what I'm saying, Dusty.
I guess I got to start growing out my beard to show off my.
No, I think you're fine the way you are.
You sure?
Yeah.
It's a really good look.
So getting you on some testosterone. Get you on some testosterone.
You look more like Ming the Merciless. Flash
God,
Gordon.
Yes.
Flash!
I love Flash Gordon. Ming.
She's never seen Flash Gordon.
Oh my God.
I've never seen anything.
He was sheltered life.
Yeah.
Even my kids, I made them watch movies when they were young all the time, like Flash Gordon. I've seen Flash Gordon, and like he grew up loving classic rock music. And my daughter has tattoos. Mine are all different bands, kind of scattered. I'm getting my sleeve all worked on. She's got Fleetwood Mac rumors tattooed on one arm. She's got David Bowie, Elton John, and just all up and down, just all different classic rock people. And I love her because I started her when she was 4 or 5 with the Beatles, and I figured I'm going to teach you about rock music from an early age. Her first concert was Ringo Starr. I took her to go see when she was 9. I couldn't afford to see Paul McCartney that year. Ringo Starr was like $40 a ticket out at D-Pack, and nosebleeds for Paul were like $300. I was like, baby, I love you, but you're 9. You're going to go see Ringo first. So she got to see a Beatle for her first concert and worked her way up, and I used to give out money in the car to her and my son. I put a song on. Okay, who sings the song? If you can tell me the album, you get the $1. and they were just boom, 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 rattle it off. Like, just fed them dollar bills back. That's how they made money.
That's another one. How old's Paul McCartney?
Paul McCartney, I'm going to say, so Ringo just turned 80, and he's the oldest member. So I think he's 78 or 79 years old. Ringo was the oldest member.
Paul's probably still got 10 more years.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, he lives a pretty healthy life. I mean, he's also vegan, I believe.
He is 79.
70, I was close, 78, 79 years old. Yeah. Because, Ringo was the oldest member. Like I said, he had his 80th birthday not too long ago.
I don't know how, that vegan thing. I don't know. I tried it.
I can't do it. I'm a carnivore. I mean, I don't eat potatoes.
I think you would have been successful, but I did not supplement you properly.
I don't know.
Didn't supplement him with a steak. That's why.
He was lacking iron and B12 for sure. And by the end of that month,
I was lacking a big plate of cow.
Yeah, I wouldn't make it a week. I mean, I'd lose my damn mind.
Oh my God. I'm over here making up words now. Yeah, I'm 3.5 hours of sleep, man.
Did you hear that studies have shown that one hot dog reduces your lifespan by like 36 minutes or something ridiculous like that?
Oh man, that's okay because I eat it when I smoke a cigarette, so.
Perfect.
I'm
just
smoking
double
in one
whammy.
hand and I'm American Spirit in one hand and then Bright Leaf hot dog in the other. Oh my God, that's a good day.
Joey Chestnut's fucked.
Oh God, hey, yeah,
he's gonna die in like 5 years.
Yeah. Oh, and how the hell do you eat 70 hot dogs in 10 minutes? That is so disgusting.
He trains.
I understand.
I've heard the way he trains is crazy. He'll drink like a gallon of water at a time. He'll drink like I don't know, all in one sitting.
Just
a
to
gallon,
stretch his
just
stomach?
to stretch his stomach out, and he'll drink another gallon before he goes to bed.
Oh my God.
Like his stomach is huge.
Oh God.
Like the actual.
He's so
organ.
tiny, and like the lady that wins it every year, she's like 110 pounds. I don't know how in the world.
The Asian lady,
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
And she ate that. She won some super hot buffalo wing contest, or she ate like 50 chicken wings or something like that in 10 minutes.
That's not
and it's super hot. I was like, God, her asshole the next day. Oh, I feel so bad. I did when I didn't have my flavor or my taste when I had COVID, my dumb ass decided I'm gonna eat a ghost pepper, see if I can do it, see if it's all true. So, chewed it up, couldn't taste it, swallowed it. That's when the heat started.
Yeah.
In my throat. That next day, oh my God, I was the most miserable human.
Buddha.
It was so bad.
Why? You were already sick with COVID, and you're like, let me just blow out my entire
I didn't feel bad. Like
intestines.
I said, I didn't feel bad. I was because I really my only symptoms. I was just tired. I mean, like I'm not a tired person, and I was exhausted. Just like after I got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, that next day, I felt like I was hit by a truck. I didn't feel bad. I was just so tired, and I hate that feeling. So that's what I had for 3 days, and no taste and smell for like 5 to 7 days. But yeah, I was past the 3 days of being tired and had no more symptoms. I was bouncing off the damn walls. I was losing my mind. So I told one of my buddies, hey, go get a ghost pepper and I'll eat it. Let's see if this really works. I'm going to see if I can really not taste anything. You can't taste it. You definitely can't taste it. But God, that was so stupid.
But you could feel it coming out.
Oh God!
Your asshole didn't have coronavirus.
I thought, and I was like really scared. I mean, I don't ever like just kind of look. But I had to look in the mirror because I was afraid I was having like a baboon's ass. Never seen it all swollen and puckered out and like bright red. I was like, okay, it doesn't look like that, but God damn, it burns. It burns.
Wait, you actually like bent down and looked at it?
Oh,
like,
I totally bullseyed myself just to see
God.
because I felt like it was swollen. I mean, it's like
damn.
like you hear about people like shitting out their insides and like they're
need a donut to
yeah,
sit
the
on.
rectum comes out through their ass. They actually push so hard they shit their rectum out. That's a real thing.
It's like Mickey Mouse.
Take your fiber. Jesus, that's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not eating all them peppers like that. I was curious though, like if you had COVID and you lost your taste, I wonder if you could taste the peppers. So.
Yeah, no, like
you could eat a Reaper.
You can't taste it. Yeah, but it was like
you're making up words too.
I know.
You said taste it.
Teased it. Teased it.
Teased it. His makes better sense than the one I made up. I was like meech.
What did you say?
I said meech earlier. So yeah.
That's okay. You're gonna go out and take the virus later.
You ever seen
get
that?
the second dose of your virus, Michael.
Yeah.
I might have it from California. You never know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, let me know y'all get sick. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, that show on YouTube. You ever seen it? Hot Ones.
Oh yeah, but they just
That was a genius
they just
idea.
keep going up in the heat and try to interview the whole time.
And they've had some A-list freaking stars
Big
on
time.
that show, man.
Big time
that would
stars
do
over
it.
there.
Yeah, like
Some of the people like shock me though. You know, like when they're on there, like I can't imagine that person that would eat that. You know, and they do it.
so one of the best ones I've seen 3 that I will watch over and over.
Mm.
Gordon Ramsay,
Mm.
Steve-O, and Justin Timberlake.
Oh, but I didn't see any of those 3.
No.
I thought Shaq was pretty good.
Shaq was a good one.
Shaq was
Kevin
good.
Hart was good.
Kevin Hart's really good, yeah.
Okay, there's a bunch of good ones.
Yeah,
But Steve-O, this motherfucker's crazy.
he's
Okay,
insane. Yeah.
not only did he like eat all the wings until the end, but at the end of the show, he has to Steve-O himself, and he takes the hottest hot sauce there is, and he just goes
Oh my
and
God.
dumps it in his eyeballs.
No.
Dude,
Please no.
he's crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, he did it in
gotta
the
watch that.
in one Jackass. He does a line of wasabi, like
Yeah.
cocaine. He does it like
Oh, yeah.
cocaine with wasabi. I was like, oh my God. I physically felt that when he did it. It was like, this is terrible. I mean, I got all the stunts they do. I mean, guy's stapling his nutsack to a table, but that's not as bad as him doing a line of wasabi to me. I mean, it was like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
And I can't wait to see the new movie. They
Oh,
got
I
a new
know.
one coming
I know.
out, too.
Yeah, because one dude's all twisted because he was so fucked up all the time that they couldn't bring him back. God, what was his name?
Not Bam.
No, it is Bam. It is Bam.
No, Bam's fucked up.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't.
Yeah,
they kicked him out, so
drugs
he's
and
suing
shit.
everybody. Yeah.
So, like, the story is Jeff Tremaine and Johnny Knoxville, you know, they're the 2 founders
Yeah.
of Jackass.
Yeah.
They tried, because I saw their interviews and I read about this. They tried to get him back in. But the company producing the movie
Yeah.
wouldn't let him back because he has a substance abuse problem.
He's a liability. I mean, total
Yeah,
liability.
so they wouldn't let him in, and he's suing them for what reason? I don't know why.
Suing him because he's a drug addict.
Laura, you had something.
I was just really impressed by how well Lorde was composed during her Hot Ones interview.
I didn't see that one.
Lord,
Lorde.
Yeah.
she's got the one song.
She
She's
has
got several.
She has
She's
a few.
actually she's
yeah.
extremely talented. Yeah. She's
Honest-
awesome.
I like Lorde, but I like her parody on South Park better.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, okay.
Randy is secretly Lorde.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my Lord.
I see what you did there. So yeah, she's just eating it. Like it's
She
a
didn't
late
break.
lunch, like nothing.
Uh,
Like she's just like at one point she's just like, like, oh, that was hot. But she keeps going. Like she's so composed.
God.
It
Yeah.
was like me during the one chip challenge.
the guys.
Oh, did you do the one chip challenge?
Oh, we did do the one chip challenge.
It was weak.
Oh, really?
It was weak.
Okay.
Man. I had
That
we
stinks.
did it on podcast.
Yeah.
We had 1, 2, 3. We had like 5 people do it.
Yeah. I would have lost it
And,
because I don't like spicy stuff.
Well, here's the
But-
thing, man. I was expecting the hottest of the hot because I watched
Yeah.
all these YouTube videos and all these people are like,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, I'm running out milk all in their face."
Yeah.
And she didn't make one face. She wasn't
Yeah.
affected at all. I had one guy. He took a little bite and he acted like it was killing him. So
Yeah.
I was like, "Give me your chip." So
Yeah.
I ate his chip and it was hot,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. I need
was worse.
bread and milk hot. I got some shit that'll make you say that.
I need bread and milk when I have hot Cheetos. That's
I
how bad I don't like that.
Ordered a
yeah.
green curry last night that was hotter than the Pocky One Chip
Yeah, yeah.
Challenge.
Yeah. And so I sent them a message on Twitter and was like, "What the fuck is this, man?
Yeah.
I want my money back because these chips are expensive. I got them
Yeah.
on eBay.
They're like $10 a pop, aren't they?
These were almost
They
20.
were more than that.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it
Like you
was
got a
one
couple of
chip,
them for
17.
15.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I know when they were first kind of hitting off, they were like $9.99 on eBay or on Amazon. I think they were $9.99.
Yeah, people buy them and then resell them.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
I'm
couldn't
sure.
find any
I'm sure.
anywhere. So
My girlfriend's sister, when they had that ketchup shortage a little while back.
there was a ketchup shortage.
Yeah, there was ketchup shortage. So like
Ketchup is
when you-
gross.
Oh, I'm from Pittsburgh. I love Heinz ketchup.
I
That's
mean,
blasphemy.
ketchup packets for Chick-fil-A.
But no, so she was getting ketchup packets and selling them on eBay and was selling out of them because people bought in so bad that there was a ketchup shortage. They thought they were going to be able to get ketchup packets anymore at restaurants. And they were buying them off of her. And I want to say they were paying like a quarter or 50 cents per packet and buying like 20 to 100 at a time. That is absolutely insane. I was like, out of all
Oh,
the
wow.
business models, I didn't think it'd be ketchup packets that you're going to be successful.
So I would go to Chick-fil-A and just like get a bag.
Well, Chick-fil-A has the highfalutin ketchup in there. They got the little Heinz dippers that you rip the top off, you can dip in it, or you can crack the top and squeeze. Those are the good ones. Yeah.
1 packet
Yeah.
per
Yeah.
what do they call it? Waffle? Potato waffles?
Yeah.
Or-
Waffle fries.
Yeah, waffle fries. Only 1 packet per. That's me. That's how I roll.
Ketchup
Yeah.
is gross.
I use their sweet and sour or their honey mustard on the French fries there.
Oh, that's good
I love
too.
their honey mustard on everything. Yeah.
It is a nice and creamy honey mustard.
But it's nice and creamy.
I didn't think it is that creamy. It's more like
If it's the
yellowish. It's real yellow.
It had
I mean,
from what I recall, of course, it's been, I don't know, 7 years since I've ordered anything from a Chick-fil-A, but I remember their honey mustard just having a
they've
really
got
great texture.
salads there. And you can get it without the chicken too.
So when I was vegetarian, I did go to Chick-fil-A and order the salads, and they looked at me like I was possessed by the devil when I asked them to leave the chicken off.
It's because you got the sauce.
Huh?
You brought the sauce.
I thought you were gonna, because you're always
You
like
are the sauce.
Chick-fil-A is God's chicken, and I thought
It
you were
is.
gonna do something with that.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
bringing up that freaking radio commercial. Who's got the sauce? You got the sauce. It's David Palmer. You know who David Palmer is, right?
No.
The president from 24. That guy from the Geico commercials. Is that, yeah. Big, tall, black guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Isn't he the one
He got that
saying that in
balls
that
big
commercial?
voice.
You got the sauce.
Isn't that Arby's? We got the meat. Arby's. We've got the meats.
I think it's